When I started in private practice years ago, the most accepted form of treatment for sex addiction was for individual work to be done with a sex addict and with a partner over a period of many months. And then eventually they would get together and couples therapy would be done with an effort toward rebuilding the relationship. And I followed this practice, as did my colleagues, and I saw some successes, but I also saw couples having to endure a lot of additional turmoil during those months that they waited to be able to address the relationship. Sadly, many of these relationships did not survive. Let me go on to say that this is not a criticism of any therapists that are still using this model. I see many gifted therapists using this model and getting good results with addicts, with partners, and with couples. But a little bit of background here. One couple came to me many years ago and told me that they went to a therapist, and during the first session they made it clear that their goal was to save their marriage. They said that the therapist told them he was not willing to accept that as a goal, but rather that the goal would be for each of them to get healthy and that the relationship may or may not survive. Now, I agree with the goal that each of them needs to get healthy. But I also think it is perfectly acceptable for a couple to have a goal of saving their relationship. So what I was looking for was a way to be able to address sex addiction, address the trauma caused to the spouse of the sex addict, and then lead couples in a rebuilding of their relationships. The Hope and Freedom 3-day intensive model was birthed more than a decade ago with the hope of showing good men how to get free from their sex addiction, to support wounded partners and help them get on a path to healing, and then leading couples in a process that would allow them to reclaim what was lost to sex addiction, or in some cases, to be able to gain a relationship that they never had. 3-day intensives are not for every couple. For many couples, they would do better with a more traditional model of treatment, where the partner and the sex addict are treated individually over several months, and then they come together and work as a couple. But for those who do fit our treatment profile, we see some really good results. Now, I'm the first to say that even with our program, not every couple survives. And there are some sex addicts, even as they go through our treatment program, that relapse. You know, a 3-day intensive is not a 3-day cure. There's no such thing as a 3-day or a 3-week or even a 3-month cure. Sex addiction continues throughout life, but with solid recovery, I know that it's possible for a person to be able to live free for the rest of their lives without ever acting out again. And I know it's possible for relationships that have been badly damaged by sex addiction to be restored and to flourish. I'm Dr. Milton Magness, wishing you hope and freedom.